Hey there, cats and kittens. Marlboro Man here for WHAM TV. We have a Mutiny People, and I'm here with your lovely co-host, Anarchist. Hi, Ann.
Hi guys, of course me, Anarchist, coming to you from the dark side of the moon with We Have a Mutiny TV.
We're going to go ahead and begin today's show by explaining, for those of you who watched the last show, we actually cut it off in editing toward the end. And the reason we did that was due to gun violence. Some shots rang out in the area, and there were sirens and things. We were asked to move, so we just went ahead and cut all that out because it was very confusing. It didn't make any interesting TV. But I would like to point out that we were actually doing a show on the pregnant state of humanity at the time that happened. And this was something that was committed by desperate people pushed to the edge in society, probably because we don't pay enough attention to things in our own backyard, and a lot of oversight happens, and folks fall through the cracks, and it's different for everybody, but it can obviously have dire consequences. I'm going to go ahead, Ann, would you like to say something about that?
Oh yes, so in this series, talking about the people who fall through the cracks. So in this series I would like to talk about the people that we forget.
Louder.
The people that are left behind, that are stuck, that don't get any help. We're talking about the forsaken, the forgotten, the people that we don't seem to think about when we go to bed at night, or when we wake up in the day and eat our food. There's people out there that don't have any, and I'm not talking about, I could be talking about the starving kids in Africa, but we're talking about, again, in our own backyard, the people who live closest to us, who are in our communities, that are directly affected not only by the socioeconomic circumstances we have going on in this country, but environmental, social. You know, people are no longer connecting with each other anymore, and we're just losing more and more people. So it's more than just your everyday, drunk bum on the street. We're talking about people who are also in jail, and you would like to think that those people should be forgotten, but no, they shouldn't, because they're still people at the end of the day, just like you, just like me, just like Jesus. So I think we should try to open ourselves a little bit more to how we react to these things, instead of just ignoring them or walking right past it and pretending like we don't see them right there, treating them like they're ghosts, basically, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. they're not seen at all.
That's right. They're not seen at all. We treat them as if they're parasites.
It's just a shadow.
It's just, something that we need to get rid of. And I know how they go around and they tell us on TV and in school how we have to get rid of poverty or crime. And it seems that the more people we spit out from schools, people having more babies or whatever that's going on, it's just creating more of it. So you got more people going out there, getting out of the schools, coming out into the world, and they don't have any direction, so they end up homeless or living at their parents' house. They're totally incapable of controlling their own lives in a way that makes it more productive and for them to feel fulfilled about their own existence here. And that goes into the people that are in jail, that are living on the streets. It's not that they don't care about themselves, it's that they don't know where to start.
And I think a part of the problem too, Ann, is a lot of these folks feel compelled to hide because they are used to this attitude in society. And in the research that we've done, for example, there's a lot of folks that you probably should be reaching out to, but they're locked inside their own homes. And they're a slave to sitting on the couch and watching television while things around them don't work the way that they'd like to. And that's definitely something. If you want to actually go out and do something, you are going to have to find the people, because they're disguised. Many of them are, like I said, hiding behind closed doors or hiding in plain sight, which is the case with a lot of the subjects that we come across.
Oh yeah. And that's what our masters like to do, is hide things in plain sight, especially when it comes to poverty. They like to lie about townships having low poverty rates, where they make the cost of living so expensive that the poverty can't exist there because they're not allowed to be there. They push them out of their own towns.
That's right.
And they send them into your town or the town next to you and let you guys deal with the issue. Well, we could give you solutions right now how to deal with the issue. Give. You see somebody on the street, give them something. If you have a company, give them a job.
Knowledge is all powerful. That's definitely one thing, that teaching someone to fish is much, much better than giving them a fish. So always pass along any kind of knowledge that you can give somebody. If they don't use it, that's on them.
Exactly. It's always the power of one that makes the power of some, and it's a process. You have to live the change in order to see that change in the world. You can't make any change from your living room chair, hoping and wishing that everything would get better, and you're sitting there watching fake news all day or TV shows, just being manipulated by your own government, by your own churches to do nothing about the situation. There's plenty of ways to do something about anything. And like I said, we always can offer new solutions to those problems, and that's acting directly upon those problems instead of giving your money away to an organization. Give your money to the person you know that needs it. You know, you never know. What is it? Susan G. Komen Foundation. That's a great example of a foundation you should not give your money to. I'm being honest. You know why? She makes a 3-figure salary off of all those donations that are given to her organization. Only 5% of the actual funds are actually donated for breast cancer research.
I'd like to point out that at Top of the Line Productions, we actually use all of our resources to help the underprivileged youths that we do help. And in fact, we do give them jobs and careers. We give them the tools. Those that use the tools are successful, and those that don't are not successful. For us, we've been lucky because we've had a big success rate of people using the tools. Only a couple haven't. The more people have been using the tools than not. And what I mean when I say that are skills and things that they can do to start their careers and make money, get their foot in the door. And that's exactly what we've been doing at Top of the Line. And we are currently accepting, we're doing a fundraising tour where we'll be accepting donations of not just money, but also time as well, and equipment, just about anything. So we'll be generally promoting the entire operation on a nice fundraising tour, and it'll probably kick off right here in the city of Chicago.
And can I add to that?
Yes,
when we take in other people into our company, and the tools that we give them and the time we give them is always all at no cost to that person. So if you are interested in joining our company, it will be at no cost to you. You could take whatever you learn from us, and you may leave and do as you please with it.
That's right. We don't charge anything. We honestly want to help underprivileged youths, be they under or over 18. We have had good success with it. We do handpick them. We can't help everybody, but the ones that we know will be able to work with and get going, we will definitely take on and help. Take care of things, help you put the bad behind you, and put the good, positive things that awaits for you in your future ahead of you. And that's what's been working. Their careers seem to take off pretty quickly when they forget about the bad stuff.
So to all the forsaken and forgotten out there, we be honest, we have not forgotten about you, and we will come looking for you. We will find you.
That's right, and I think that just about wraps it up for this episode of WHAM TV. We have a mutiny, people.
All right, and this is Anarchist signing out. I'll see you guys next week.
Marlboro Man, WHAM TV, Top of the Line Productions, in association with Outer Heaven Generation, signing out. Goodbye, cats and kittens. Remember.